My name is Wes. I'm one of the leaders here. And actually, although I am saying the 2 minute testimony, it actually doesn't come from me. It's actually coming from Miss Lelia Jones. And so she is a dear friend of mine. Many of you know her. However, if you do not know Miss Lelia Jones, I don't think she would mind me saying she's 80 years old, and she has actually been a follower of Jesus for over 60 years, probably longer. She's a leader for the Women's Missionary Union, and she loves the Serenity Prayer. And so I want to read Philippians chapter 2, verses 3 through 4 for you guys. It says this: Do nothing from selfishness or empty conceit, but with humility of mind regard one another as more important than yourselves. Do not merely look out for your own personal interests, but also for the interest of others. Lilia and I were able to catch up over the phone and email this past week, and I wanted to share her thoughts and testimony on how she is being the church during this time. But before I do, it's important, very important, that I tell you that this testimony comes from a place of sheer humility and humbleness. I want you to know that Lilia, she did not share this with me to brag or to boast of her own works, but she shared this testimony so that Jesus may be glorified and uplifted. And so Lilia, she loves the Lord so much. She worships him the same as if she were able to attend church in person with all of us. And so this is what Lilia shared with me. The online services are such a blessing that I feel I actually have been to church. I keep very busy. I call all our Sunday school members frequently and check on them. I contact all the circle members as well and try to keep up with the Bible study group. But I call them because it's the right thing to do, certainly not for any recognition. Let me be clear and double down on that just in case you missed it. She doesn't want people to think recognition is the reason she contacts them. Lilia says reaching out is one way I can be the church during this very trying time. Sometimes just listening is all that is necessary, sharing a kind word of understanding. Sometimes just listening is all that is necessary, sharing a kind word of understanding. There are a lot of things I cannot do because of my age and compromised health conditions, but there are a lot of things I can do. No matter our circumstances, each of us has an opportunity to be the church in some way. It might look a little different, but it can still be done. I'm very grateful for all of my blessings, and I thank God for his many blessings. If we spend a lot of time in Thanksgiving, we don't have much time left for complaining, which does no good anyway. If we spend a lot of time in Thanksgiving, we don't have much time left for complaining, which does no good anyway. It's just not productive. I spend my time doing productive things, and I try to live a life that is Christ-like, whether I'm alone or with someone. Get this. Social distancing doesn't mean social disengagement. I'm going to say that again just in case you missed it. Social distancing doesn't mean social disengagement. I believe we should still stay in touch with each other and pray for each other during this time, as always. We are fortunate to have modern forms of communication that were not available even decades ago. We should still listen and hear the messages God is placing in our hearts and stay close enough to him to hear his voice. And so I leave you this morning with one of her favorite prayers. It's the Serenity Prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Miss Lilia Jones, thank you so much for joining us online. We love you. This church family loves you. You are a blessing to us, and you're a blessing to all of your friends and family in the Roanoke community. We are so blessed to have heard your encouraging words and insights this morning. Be blessed.